The Dyson Sphere's construction continues, and in a shocking turn of events, we need more spiniform stalagmite crystal. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Dyson Sphere Program in our Alpha Andromedae series. So, not only do we need more of this stuff, and we have a particular location picked out where we're going to set up what we need to get this resource farmed, but it was pointed out to me in the comments on yesterday's episode that, in fact, I might actually need more towers on Gakrux 1 as well, which, frankly, I hadn't thought about. I was just thinking in terms of, okay, well, let's have more ships bringing it in, but, you know, the concept of, you know, the ships that can go get it, adding more of those, that could actually be helpful. So we're going to do both. We're going to start by just making sure that we have enough being exported from various worlds, and this will be the third world that we've set up to export spiniform stalagmite crystals. So that's the appropriate first step. But then I'm absolutely going to add some additional interstellar logistics stations or interplanetary logistics stations to Gakrux Prime in order to address this issue. Notice, by the way, that we are over halfway through our research speed project. So once that's complete, we'll be able to pretty rapidly move through the remaining progress on upgrading the Dyson Sphere. And in the meantime, we can focus on just getting the rest of this logistical stuff ironed out. Okay, let's have a look around, shall we? So Sakura Ocean, that is probably where we're going. We haven't been to a Sakura Ocean planet yet, so that's going to be nice. Yep, that's the one. Tatsun 1. Actually, I wonder if that's meant to be... I wonder if that's... If Tatsun is... If that's basically Romaji. So if that's Tatsun, as in 3 Japanese characters. This is a Chinese game, but there might be some star names that are in the database. Just that second capital case, that second uppercase T is throwing me off a little bit. Oh wait, did I not select? Hold on. There we go. Now just turn that off. I was wondering why Tatsun 1 wasn't showing up while I was trying to fly towards the arrow, and I was still pointing at the sun. Yeah, I think it's Tatsun 1, which I guess isn't pronounced that differently from just English. So another new planet type. Haven't visited any of these. I mean, I have, but just not in this series. Gorgeous. So this is a Sakura Ocean world. And we are going to land pretty softly. And let's take a look at where we're going to be getting our power from. Ooh, neither is particularly great. So it looks like wind is going to be the bulk of it. And I might have to set up several rows here in order to really get this going. So let's see how this goes. Alright, so the equator is roughly there, right? Yep. Let's make sure we're actually at the equator so that I'm not messing anything up. And we're going to get this done relatively quickly, I would say. But it will take a little bit longer than on the typical planet just because of the sheer amount of ocean on this world. I might have to do, as a matter of fact, yeah, I might have to do some additional work to elevate some terrain. Oh wow, all of those placed somehow. I don't know how that works, but somehow all of those placed. Yeah, those definitely didn't. This is certainly one of the more beautiful worlds that you can discover in DSP. Beautiful world types. Wow. Okay, so yeah, we're definitely... Our work is cut out for us here. Alright, we can build one there. Might be able to get away with a few more. Nope, not really. Yeah, this, the equator is not turning into a good spot to have these. Oh, damn, that was misplaced. Really? All right, no. Good. Didn't actually go through with it. Alright, so this is almost all of them. Oh, and somehow I got out of sync at some point, but that's probably okay given how... You know what? Yeah, I'm alright with it. I'm totally alright with it, because we are going to need the extra. So let's go ahead and set up that fourth row all the way around. I'll go this way instead, though. Alright, so that's set up there. I think this is the rare world where we will actually need that many. Getting some of these connected is going to be a pain. And this is, of course, all just to jumpstart the export apparatus. I could eventually import much more robust goods, power-wise. All right, which row was it on? It was this top one. So let's not get out of sync again. So we can go there. We can also go there. Those might actually help connect things a little bit, so that's nice. Unexpected win there. Yep. Looking better. Alright, so that should be all the way around, if I'm not mistaken. And I've placed most of the rest of these, I think. Yes, I have. Alright, so now let's just run around and get them all connected. It's going to take some work, as I said, to do a really good job of this, but I'll do my best. Alright, so those two are connected. Yeah, having the fourth row actually helps get around some of these smaller bodies of water that would keep the grid separate from one another. And then you have situations like this, where there's just no getting around it whatsoever. Let's see if there's a way... Yep, that'll work. That will work. Yep, and this is probably, I would guess, the biggest gap right here. So I'm just going to go up and around. I could also use the satellite towers as well, if I really want to get lazy, but I'm okay with using the smaller towers for this. I have them in inventory, might as well make use of them. Oh, just kidding. That was the last one. So, let's place one of those there. And now you're definitely connected. Let's place another one of those there. And now that's connected as well. And we'll probably have to do, yeah, one more of these. I thought I was out of those, but oh well. All right. Are those all connected? It looks like they are, funny enough. All right, so everything's connected there, and now we're continuing to go around. Yep, that's perfect. I'll tell you what, let's place them right here. This should be more than enough power in the grand scheme to get this set up. I'm happy to have a side project like this for the time being because of the amount of time it's taking the current research to progress. I just want to make sure I get all of these on one grid. Yeah, like this is an example of a spot where I could potentially not get them all on one grid, and it would be annoying. Alright, so let me go ahead and build a few more of these towers. Gonna build them one at a time. Don't need that many. So that should be good. But now we have the ability to just much more easily connect these without using a satellite station. A little bit more subtle approach. Okay, that's now connected. And that should be it. How much power are we generating? 56 megawatts. That's not a lot. But now we know from experience that this next part is not going to take a very long time, is it? Let's get our stations ready. Ooh, there is water on that pole. Let's go to the South Pole instead. And hopefully there will not be water on that pole. There is not. Perfect. All right, and now we will go ahead and queue those up. Oh, yeah. Hang on. Did I just clear that? No, I didn't. I wanted to make sure I didn't clear the auto setting there. Okay, that's done. Now I will need to import warpers, as per usual. Let's go ahead and just say 500. Remote demand, and they're on the way. And then we will be supplying spiniform stalagmite crystal from this world. So let's get that connected. And I'm going to go ahead and say local demand, because very shortly we're going to be setting up mines, and that will be all she wrote. I won't have to do anything else. Probably go a little farther south than that. So let's try to get a station right there. Yeah, there we go. And then there. And that should be good. It's just a matter of getting down perfect. Perfection. Alright, so those are connected. And we have the ILS ready to go. So now let's just find the nearest deposits and go ahead and get those mined. We have how much? Oh, it's just the one vein. There's just one vein here. It's a lot, like it's a big vein. And it's on the surface. Very nice. All right, well, this is super easy then. Hopefully I can get all of it in one. Let's try it. How many are there? There's 22. Ah, I saw it. I saw it. I know you... There we go. 22. Glorious. That worked out. God, I love the sunlight through these clouds. Every world's atmosphere is slightly different, and it's just ingenious. All right, and last one. And we are now exporting spiniform stalagmite from this particular world. Now it's saying insufficient power supply, which is adorable. The only reason for that is we're still charging up ships here. So I could address that by building some solar panels, which I might be able to squeeze in a belt. But the thing is, because this planet has so much water, we would be in a situation like we were with our capital planet, where like you really have to work to get this functioning properly if you're going to use solar power. And I don't know that I want to do that. I really don't. So I think what I'm going to do instead, what can I import here? I mean, I could import antimatter fuel rods, I suppose, and just keep them on remote demand. Yeah, let's just do that. and I'll set up one, just one, that's all I have actually, artificial star to bolster the power supply of the planet. And we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. That's all we need to do. Problem solved and done. Okay, so that sorter should be powered, yeah, by the arrival of this. And it looks like it's also receiving power from the satellite stations. So as soon as those arrive, we should be good to go. And then, interestingly enough, I think one of the things we can do to really make sure that this is producing at an adequate level. Right now we're still seeing insufficient power supply because of the amount of charging that's required. This is going to be a little dicey because it's really going to crank up the demand on those wind farms. But I think once the antimatter fuel rods arrive, and frankly, I have some antimatter fuel rods right now, so I could totally just give this thing some antimatter to get it started, which I will do. There we go. And we can see, you know, those burn very, very slowly. And now power is not an issue on this planet. So we're now bringing in a little bit more spiniform stalagmite crystal on the export stage. Let's now head back to Gacrux and address the import issue. Because if we can just add an additional station, and that's a solution to our problem, then yes, I want to do that. Hey game, where did my music go? You have a great soundtrack. You should play more. There we go. Thank you. See, it hurt me. So our entire central cluster is over there. We've really started to draw in resources from all throughout the cluster, which is pretty awesome. Feels good. The level of... Oh, I see some more spheres. I'm going to have to land first. But the level of logistical, like, volume that I'm working with in this series is definitely higher than anything I've done in DSP in the past. It's pretty crazy. It's absolutely higher. All right, so 14.8 gigawatts now. We're doing quite well. Also, I was reminded that we actually don't have anything importing the photons that I've been producing here, which I didn't think about it, but Alrami is actually breaking down the photons on that world, and it just did not occur to me that I need to bring some of those to Alrami in order to give their reactors more to do, or their colliders more to do. It did not even occur to me, but yeah, we don't actually have anywhere just sending or receiving photons. This planet is sending photons. That was a nice landing. I'm kind of proud of that one. All right, so more towers. Where do we have spiniform stalagmite coming in? Here's one. All right, well, let's try this as just a approach to further improve. All right, so I want to have it on this line so that there's some uniformity here. And it looks like, yeah, let's put it right there. Now, how are we doing on power here? Oh, we're completely fine. I don't think power is going to be an issue. And also, that thing is already powered. That's quite nice. All right, well, should be pretty straightforward. Let's just say remote demand. And there we go. And I do want you to be at 120 megawatts for charging. So how did that affect our power? Yeah, we're completely fine right now. So they're going to bring in more, and it doesn't look like it's actually filling up, which is, just kidding, it's filling up. So yeah, that may well have been the solution. It seems like we have a full line of this stuff right now. Why is that? Oh, that's interesting. Are we out of titanium? Okay. Well, we have another resource bottlenecking us then, which is freaking funny. But one thing I can go ahead and do now, just to make sure that everything is on the up and up here at all times, let's go ahead and delete a few of these. We're going to put in a splitter right here. We'll reconnect this as soon as possible. And we need to address our titanium alloy problem in a moment. But first, also I need to get some warpers to the ships that I just set up, the transports, which I will do in just a second. That will be pretty easy. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? There's one more thing I need to do right here. And I think I have what I need to do it. I think I do. I do. I have lots of them. Nice. So we're going to throw down a couple of pilers. We're going to put them in the right direction. So that no one screams in the comments. Internally or externally. I see you. And there we go. Also, we have some panels. Saw this on the way in. Let's go ahead and get these queued up. Lots of them. Almost all of them. Oh, those weren't done. Oh well. I broke my rules. I broke my rules. The series is over. We cannot continue. I mean, it's close enough. We may as well just go ahead and boop, boop. Boop, boop. Like, it's so close. Might as well just let it be done, because there's nothing more that I can do if I want to keep some uniformity with the design. I have to wait for these research projects, which is not going to take a ton of time. I probably have a ton of those cubes ready to just churn through, but we need this project to finish first. And that's going to help all of those go faster. Anyway, now that I've addressed that issue, what the hecking heck is going on over here? We're out of steel. Why are we out? Oh, I bet I know why we're out of steel. I bet I know why we're out of steel. Actually, no, that's not why we're out of steel. Huh. We just apparently need to be producing more. Who'd have thought? Okay, well, honestly, that's fairly easily fixed. If it's just a steel problem. Which, who knows? It might not be. It might not be this simple. But I'm going to treat it as though it is. And then I think, yeah, this should be very easily addressed here. Now, I don't have that many plane smelters at the moment, but I think I've got what I need to make more. Yeah, I do, actually. Well, maybe I don't. Hold on. Yeah, let's just grab some of these off the line for a moment, and I might be able to make more in relatively short order. I'm not sure. Yeah, there's two more, but now we need plane filters. And plane filters, I probably don't have as many of the components. I've got Casimir crystals, but not titanium glass. Now, I'm importing titanium glass. Am I not? That's my new tower. That's not going to have it. There's my deuterium imports. If I can just go ahead and have every plane smelter ready to go, I would like that. Okay, we actually don't have any titanium glass on the way in there. That's troubling. That means I'll also need to increase my production of that. Hasn't really felt like a bottleneck up to this point, but now it's starting to. Alright, let's return to our steel production and see what else we can do here. Because I only have currently 6 of these. All right, now I have 1 more, but that's it. So I suppose one thing I could do is I could add 1 more steel producer here, assuming that that will be able to keep up. I don't necessarily know that it will. I do have some steel on me. So we can offload that, and that will help with the resuming of production here, because it just definitely seems like we were running low on steel for a while there and I hadn't caught it. We have plenty of iron. Like, there's plenty coming in, so that's not an issue whatsoever. And yeah, we're now having trouble getting steel all the way down the line, or getting iron ingots all the way down the line, which is not surprising, because it's kind of a 1-to-1 conversion ratio, so this one is thirsty. Nothing for it to consume. Sad day. So I guess I need to just go hang out by the plane filters a little bit, huh? Oh, wow, that's cool. All right, so someone was telling me in the comments, and has been telling me for a bit, that you can use the planet view, just to grab resources from various places on the planet without flying around. And I'm going to test that right now. So this is what I was looking for last episode, where I was like, there were some settings that people were telling me about. And apparently if you just hop in here... Yeah, too far to operate. So I can't actually pull resources from these things, but I can pull them from the towers. That's pretty cool. I like that. Can I pull them from storages? No. I want to make sure that didn't work. Inventory? Hello? There we go. No, that didn't do anything. Cool. Alright, now we're completely overstocked on everything because we were so low on titanium alloys for a while, which is hilarious, but now we're producing that again. So, still low on steel. So what I'm going to have to do is manually do what I was trying to do remotely there. And we're just going to go grab some plane filters off the line and build some more of those smelters. Kind of important at the moment. Also, what are these needing? They're needing frame materials, which I can't do much at the moment. Yeah, so it seems like titanium glass is really in shortage, unfortunately. And I really only have titanium glass being produced, I want to say, on Alpha Andromeda. It's pretty much supplying everything here, and it's not enough. So yeah, it looks like we have to go back, because titanium glass is creating such a bottleneck that I can't even get plane filters to finish the steel shortage. There's some titanium glass here, though. Hang on. Maybe if I can grab some more Casimir crystals. Yeah, this will partially solve it. There we go. 3 more. It's not going to do enough, but it'll be a start. And then I've got to get my titanium glass production up. Basically, for the past several episodes now, we've been ratcheting up our production of everything that we're building to get this Dyson Sphere built as quickly as possible, to get all of these panels filled and to get this star completely producing in terms of the energy that it is outputting into our apparatus. And we're just realizing as we go, like, each additional resource needs help in order to keep up with the pace at which we're accelerating. anything else I need to do while I'm here? I'm waiting on those smelters, and that's it. And thankfully, it's an odd number, which is perfect, because I have this one that I need to build an output for, and then we can build another pair that is outputting steel. So we are producing more steel now, which is good. It's a really bright star. Good lord. You can just tell from the light on the planet. All right, there's that. There's that. And there's that. All right, I'm going to, for now, shorten those lines, but we're going to end up bringing them back a little bit later on. All right, so I think what I want to do here is... Where is that iron? There it is. Let's go ahead and just pour that onto the line. There we go. That's all of it. You can tell how thirsty those steel producers are because that was 62 iron that just got immediately gobbled up. All right, so we're producing more frame materials now. Let's head back. We're almost towards the end of the episode now. It's ironic because on account of that shortage, the spiniform stalagmite issue we were working on, actually, like, that resource is now piling up on this planet because we have other resources. As we've seen in recent episodes, this happens with these combined production processes. You have one resource backup, all of a sudden the one you had a shortage with an episode ago is in surplus. All right, so yeah, Alpha Andromeda. And what I may need to do, just to cover this, similarly to what I've done with the turbines, similarly to what I've done with processors, I might just need to get a production facility set up on another planet that is dedicated to producing those at a sustainable clip. Because right now, this doesn't feel like the first time, or even the second time, that we've had a bottleneck with titanium glass. I know it's not the first time. But it seems like this is another one of the complex resources, like those two that I just mentioned, these culprits here. It's another one of those that can kind of slow you down and requires a lot of inputs to get going. Titanium glass is no joke, because you need water, titanium, and glass. It actually is not that hard, now that I'm looking at it. So I just need to find a titanium world that has water. I might be able to go back to the planet we were on just earlier this episode and get some exporting from there. So I'll probably do that in the next episode. That seems like a really straightforward solution. Hello, Alpha Andromeda. Let's first see what's going on here. Let's see if there's a problem with the resource apparatus here. Because if we can first address that, then things can improve somewhat. All right, so we're backed up here. Actually, it doesn't appear that there's any problem whatsoever, to be honest. It seems like it's completely okay. Which just means it's a volume problem. It's not a problem in terms of something being backed up or in shortage or something being poorly set up. It's just a matter of we're not producing enough anymore to keep up with scale. Now, you are saying that you don't have glass. Okay, so actually, yeah, we do have a slight issue here. It seems like maybe not enough glass is coming in. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, we could potentially be producing more glass for these bots to fly back and forth. It might be that we're kind of at capacity with that. That's entirely possible, but okay. Yeah, I don't love what I'm seeing right here, but this is pretty easily fixed. Let's go out here. Did you take my extra belts? I swear to God. Took my extra belts when I'm in the middle of a build. Logistics bots can be so rude, let me tell you. That's what I get for setting a cap where I say no more than this. I can like totally turn that off, you know, to where it's not as annoying. So that's on me, I suppose. Alright, so we need one more plane smelter, which requires just a bit more in the way of frame material. Because we actually have what we need right now in terms of Casimir crystals. So where is our frame material being output? Yo, game, I did not click anything else. I'm going to have to, like, start paying very close attention to the behavior of my mouse hand. Because for whatever reason, in this game and in the Long Dark, I'm starting to, like, click things and not notice that I click them, or click, like, the game will not do what I feel like I just clearly told it to do, and it's like, is it me? And it could sometimes be me, and it could sometimes be the game, and it could be somewhere in between. But I'm going to have to start paying very close attention to what I'm clicking in those moments where I'm like, hey, why didn't you just do the thing? What is your problem, game? All right, nice. I can build 5 of them. That's more than I was expecting, and it's also more than I need. You know what? Let's actually do one at a time. All right, so we're going to slightly increase glass output here, and we may even be able to increase it more. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we totally can. We totally can. This is doable. I'm going to take this line here, bring it over. Oh, it might not be doable. Hang on, now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, damn it, it's not going to be doable. I have just not quite enough space. That's annoying. Maybe I can reposition these somewhat. Let's try that. Let's go ahead and do what I was going to do. And maybe I can just reposition. Like this. Rude. Alright, I have to move you somewhat in order to make this work, I suppose. And I also will have to move you, just because we have the sorters in slightly different places. Makes a lot of sense. They're both dropping onto the same line. We've got a lot of glass being made here, so fair enough. Totally fair enough. Now, I do actually see a way that we can have one more, which I will add before we wrap up the episode here. So let me go ahead and ascend this line. We're going to cancel that. I didn't mean to run forward there. All right. I'm going to have to build and then immediately delete that. Yep. Now this should curve. Perfect. And now, as a consequence of setting that up that way... Oh, wait a minute. Did I just screw that up royally? Did I seriously just do that? Oh my god. Yes, I did. I actually did. I picked the wrong line. Like an idiot. Alright, hold on. It happens. It happens. Let's fix it. Alright. I'm just going to have to delete a whole bunch of this now. That's annoying. At least we caught it. Could have been a lot worse. Let's empty out this line of its current contents. It looks like it's all glass again there. No, 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 no. I don't want that. I want this conveyor belt. There we go. Seems like there might be one more I could potentially point at if I'm lucky. as I've said many times, this game is kind of glorious at, like, helping you figure out what you're pointing at. Or, I should say, figuring out what you're trying to point at. But right now, I might have found found the hard ceiling. That stone there is not cooperating. Even a little bit. So, hang on. Did I also have that happen here? I need to verify that. No, it doesn't seem there. It's just that one piece of stone there. And I don't know that I'm going to be able to grab that. Because I'm trying to point at it. We're 40 minutes into the episode. I have to stop. I have to get this uploading. Damn. That is so annoying. Like, that was such a quick fix, and I put the belt in the wrong friggin' place. Ugh. And this is a rather significant spaghetti junction here. So I'm just going to have to do what I don't want to do, and delete that, and redo it. I was really trying to avoid that, game. But you made me do it. You forced my hand. It's really inconsiderate of you, and I'm going to need you to do better. For all our sakes. Please and thanks. Okay, now we need to get the filter set up properly here. This is going to be ugly for a second. So I think what I'm going to have to do is actually delete the input lines to these so that it doesn't ruin anything further. Ooh, this is messy. All right, so yeah, that's glass storage. So I need, first of all, you're not connected and you should be. There we go. So this needs to be glass. Man, the amount of effort that goes in to fixing old setups. I mean, this, when did I set this up? Like very beginning of the series, and now we're having to retouch it because of a silly mistake? Okay, got it fixed. All right, and we're moving again. So we have glass coming back in, and that actually slowed down the very process that we're here to support, which is annoying, but it is what it is. All right, so this line is the one that just needs to be extended so that there's one more smelter. Let's go ahead and build that. Now this line, this is the one that I meant to do the thing with. Let's do the thing. Holy crap. That was ridiculous. Just such a silly mistake. All right, now we build you down here. Hello. And the build order just disappeared. Rudely. Perfect. And there we go. Now we have it all functioning as one. I'm 43 minutes into the episode. I'm going to stop here. In the next one, though, we're going to go back to Tatsan, and we are going to actually set up more titanium glass production there, because that clearly is a bottleneck. And then I will continue to incorporate the advice that you gave about just using additional towers to bring in more resources when it starts to, you know, hit cap. That's one thing I don't think about as often. I tend to think just in terms of bringing, like, setting up ships to send the resource, but, you know, the idea of having more ships to go get it is something that is just as equally valid, and that I don't think about as often. So, you know, you can help the process on both ends when it comes to the transport system. So I appreciate the nudge there, because with a game this complex, especially when you're commentating and playing at the same time, like, you definitely get into your heuristics mentally, right? You get into your shortcuts and things that you teach yourself basically not to think about, because they work the way that you do think about them, even though there might be a better way, and you're focused on bigger problems or other solutions, and there's so many things going on at once in all directions. It's fun, but it can be a lot to manage. So, you know, little nudges like that in the right way at the right time can be very, very helpful. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow. Wow, words, Hadrian. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes are coming out every day at noon, US Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.